Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome back to episode number 19. We just took a two months break just to make sure that you don't get disturbed during the summer season and the seasonal pressure. And we're back. And with me is Manish. How are you doing, Manish?
Very good, Ajit. How are you? This is episode number 19, I believe. So, yeah, we took a little
Absolutely.
break. I guess you could call it a summer break or a monsoon break, but we're back.
Yeah, and Spotlight is a 30-minute session held almost every month, which we would like to share our thoughts about the three guiding pillars at Pureblu called RAP, which is reliability, accountability, and productivity. So today, before we get started and talk to you about the freemium version of Pureblu, let me just quickly introduce to you what Pureblu is all about. At Pureblu, we have two product lines. One is the SaaS application, or what you use as a software as a service. This is a software which you can use for air conditioning services to manage your customers, technicians on the field, the trouble tickets from your customers, and also the entire life cycle of the air conditioning and refrigeration systems. When you say the life cycle is you take annual maintenance contract, is that annual maintenance contract worth taking? Is it profitable or is it going to make a loss? And a second line of product is a smart AMC. The smart AMC is a multi-city location. All kinds of brands of air conditioning systems are managed as a one-stop solution under annual maintenance contracts. What this actually means is there are a lot of customers who have got multiple locations, like 400 locations, 500 locations across the country. And we take on these AMCs only for national. So we don't go for localized ones as much as we do the complete national ones. And these AMCs are managed by our partners who are using our Pureblu platform because we get enough validation as to how good they are at their services. And what customers get is a free IoT device, a device which helps you with energy monitoring. And we also have a second device which talks about air quality monitoring. These are exclusive things that come with the AMC for Pureblu only for very large customers. And hey, energy consumption is the biggest thing on air conditioning. So 70% of the energy consumption is from air conditioners at most places. And a well-maintained air conditioning system can save up to 20% of your energy consumption. So this is something that we've been doing, and we've got going great. And so we decided during the summer, while you're busy selling, we'll do something interesting. What do you say, Manish?
Yes, very much so. So you kind of briefly talked about our SaaS platform, but the real big announcement we have today is that we are going to offer a free version of it. And so can you talk a little bit about why we're launching the free version and what can, dealers expect with the free version?
So honestly, when we first started 4 years ago, we didn't have money. We wanted to make sure that we made some money out of it. We couldn't give it free completely. So what we did is we made sure that we went after only customers who were paying customers and who had, who really had a pain point, and they were very close to digitization. And that was been our biggest thing. So what we did is we first acquired most of these service providers across the country. In fact, organically, we also have we have some international customers too who are using the Pureblu platform. Then what we did is after 2 years,
sorry to interrupt you, but you said international. How did that happen?
That happened because of Spotlight, right? We had
amazing.
We have people who have watched us on our spotlights, who follow us, who watch right up. I mean, who listen to our blogs, who be in touch with us. And that's it. And I got a call from nowhere on my LinkedIn saying that, listen, there's something very interesting that you're doing. We'd like to use our platform. And that's it. And we just got going very organically. And that's what happened, over the first 2 years. We've got a lot of dealers across the country now who is using Pureblu, and they've used it for over 2.5, 3 years. And they validated it, saying that, hey, this is great. This has made a big difference. I have been able to be more effective as a company. My customer retention is better. And biggest thing, my costs have gone down. So I guess that's how the whole process started. Then after 2 years, we realized that let's start working towards the smart AMC. So we took some time out. Manish, you led those IoT developments. So we built two products. One is a smart meter, and the other is the device for air quality monitoring. And once we did these two things, we started acquiring customers. And trust me, that's a bigger business for us. So we've got lots of customers whose AMCs are managed. What typically in the industry, it is called as national AMCs. That's what they call it, national AMCs. And I'll tell you where their pain point is. And these are customers who actually gave us the idea as to why we should take their services. See, let's say a big restaurant chain, for example, let's say, a McDonald's, for sake of example. He's got only in West and South, he's got some around 500 odd outlets. And these 500 outlets did not come in one go. It came in different times. So they have got all brands of air conditioners and everything. And their challenge is they don't want to deal with 40, 50 people, right? Different vendors across the country. And that became a big problem for them. And there are many such customers, banks, corporate offices, and everything. And there's nobody who offers national AMCs. And we offer a digitized solution. So we take on these AMCs, and mind you, we aggregate. So all the people who are using our Pureblu software are actually managing these AMCs. So they are getting AMCs by using the Pureblu platform. And once this revenue started picking up, we said, listen, now we need to also do something whereby everybody in the industry can get digitized. And you know what? I've been in this industry for a very long time. I've been in the HVAC. I run an HVAC company for almost 25 years. And I've been into distribution. For almost 12 years, we were India partners for Mitsubishi Electric. I've been very active, and we had a dealership network of about close to 2,000 odd dealers across the country. I've been very active in the Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Trades Association, and I get an opportunity to engage with so many dealers across the place. Fantastic people, fabulous people, ambitious people. But trust me, their understanding of the digitization process is not more than that of an Excel, at least the majority of them. And this has been something we said that, hey, listen, how do we help all of them out? And that's when Manish and we got discussing, and we said, can we come up with a very simple version, a free version, so somebody can actually start using and understand what digitization is all about and what is the big benefit. So you give a small hand holding and you say that, listen, start using it. Once you start using it, then probably we will help you move to the next level and you will start seeing the benefits. So that's how the free version finally got built over the last 2 months. And I think it's had its impact, right? We launched it about a week ago, and we've had a lot of people who have now signed up just to say that, let me start exploring what digitization is, how I can benefit on services. And remember one thing, to most of our viewers also, and I know we've got, I don't know if you know, Manish, I think we have a lot of viewers here today. Surprisingly, the number of live viewers seems to be very high. So in terms of
free, it's free.
Yeah, I guess so. So one of the big things in HVAC business is services. Services is a very powerful tool. The beauty about the HVAC business is everybody knows you. The amount of money that you can make in selling and installing is just about limited. But services is great. If you can get into annual maintenance contracts, you get the repair business, and if your customer is happy, then you are there through the life cycle of the customer. 5 years, 6 years, 7 years down the lane, or 10 years down the lane, when he changes an air conditioner, he's going to come back to you if he's very happy. The other most important thing is referrals. An existing customer, if he's happy, he always refers to you. And this has been a pain point. And I'm saying this so confidently because that's exactly how we built our business over the last 25 years. And we've been very pro digitization, because the other problem that you have in services is, as your business grows up, your costs suddenly start increasing and the number of people that you want start increasing. So how do you actually fix that problem? You have to use digital solutions to make sure that you are balanced on your cost and you're getting always maximum productivity. And maximum productivity doesn't mean that you make sure your guys are working from 8 hours to 15 hours or 20 hours. Those guys are not going to work for you. The productivity is the guy works for 8 hours, but how do you help him plan his day so that he's able to give better quality and better output? And for that, you need a digital solution, because as an owner or as a manager, you can't sit down and manage all this. So I guess the first step that we did is we now have a free version, and that's what we want you to try out.
No, sounds good. So, you initially said that the reason why we couldn't offer the free version on day one was because we needed revenue. We're not a unicorn. We're not here to burn money. So we had to actually validate the problem and make sure that people are willing to pay for the solution. And we did that for several years. So that's kind of, I think, the genesis of why we're now launching the free version. But, now that we've talked about the free, so there is definitely a difference between the free version and the paid premium service. So maybe if you can talk a little bit about what are the features, the comparison, and what you get in each of the different tiers that we have.
So, in the free version, what you really have is it's so you get to use the entire platform, right? That's not an issue. So you can add max up to about 2 technicians. There's a technician app. What you don't get is a WhatsApp integration. So the customer, when he actually connects with you, so on the Pureblu platform, you can actually cut down your backend costs because customers can log in a complaint through WhatsApp. The Pureblu platform will understand from the WhatsApp and automatically allocate a technician. And that's a huge cost saving. Your number of incoming phone calls go, the number of people you have in your office goes down. You can have lesser people and their output increases. So in the free version, you don't have WhatsApp integration. And that's primarily because it costs money to have the WhatsApp integration. So we can't be paying money and giving it free to you. So that's a big challenge. So that comes in the premium version. In the free version, you can go up to max 2 people, use it as long as you want, but you can manage your customers, you can manage your AMCs, you can get all the details around it. What you can't do is you can't download anything. So if you want to download your data, you want to download the service report, all that has been sent to the premium version. So primarily, you can manage your customers, you can manage their AMCs, everything that can be done on the free version. And you can try it out with 2 technicians. And as you keep seeing the big difference, you can move it to the premium section and you can move it higher. And you can get more and more technicians onto the platform. So it's just primarily WhatsApp integration that's not there and a lot of downloads that is not there. These are the 2 big features that is not there, apart from quite a few small of them, that kind of stuff.
Sounds good. But the overall look and feel is the same in both versions, correct?
Exactly the same. It's exactly the same. In fact, when you're actually operating the Pureblu, you will see some of the features which are there in the premium, which you might not be active, which might tell you that please upgrade to the premium. So you are using exactly the same platform. It's not that it is something else. It's exactly the same one which you would do in the premium.
Oh, that's good. And so now what happens if, let's say, I start using it and I really enjoy it and I've got, let's say, initially 2 technicians, but now I've got 5 technicians. Do I have to redo everything, or do I have to contact you, or what's the process? How does that work? Or, what's a migration?
Very easy. So what you have to do is you start using the free version. And once you're happy with the free version and you say that, hey, listen, I really like this, it's made a big impact. Now, if you're happy that the free version is good enough for your business, please continue using the free version. There's absolutely no issues. It can go on as long as you want. But if you think the premium version can help you, just give us a phone call. We just sign you up. Once you've signed up, you just have to, you will log in and you will automatically find that your free version has become premium. It is just continuous. You don't have to re-log in, re-enter the data. It is just continuous process. We just change it from the back end from free to paid version, and that's it. You will be able to do it. So it's as simple as that. It's not so complicated. You can just, whenever you sign up, you sign up. And here's another thing. You do the premium version, all right? And then you say that, look, I am not a very big guy. I only have 2 technicians. I only have 4 or 5 technicians. I want to go back to the freemium version. Go back to the freemium version. We don't have an issue. So from premium, you can also go back to the free version later and you will see the benefit. So the idea is you have an experiment with the whole thing. You can just keep on doing. And even the number of technicians. Hey, today it's 2 free. Tomorrow I want to add 5. And then you say, no, I want to add 4. You can remove 1. You can do whatever you want. It's very flexible. It's not that, I have paid, so now I will lose money. So if I have paid and I realize that I've lost 2 technicians and I want to come back to 3, you can do 3. The difference will come as a credit for the balance period and you can keep using it. So you're never under the pressure that I have paid money and then, oh my God, I got to now use it and I've lost the opportunity.
Great. Super. So, we talked about why we are launching it now, the free version, but the question is, why do we launch it now after the summer? Because I would imagine that's when it would have really been useful.
So, in this industry, the summer is a high pressure month. I mean, literally, if you look at it now, especially people who have no systems in place to manage services. And this time, the summer, the heat was pretty big. The breakdowns were very high. So you end up spending a lot of time attending to your customer calls, taking care of them, making sure your technicians reach. If the guys don't reach, you want them to come back. So that's one of the biggest. And then also the sales pressure. You want to remove at least 60-70% of your annual sales in the first 3 months of the summer. April, May, June, you want to remove at least 50-60% of your business. And this is not the time to build processes. And then what happens is the monsoon comes in. June, it comes towards the western. In July, it comes towards the north. So pretty much by July, it's monsoons everywhere. So July, August, September is usually a very low month. This is the time when you know what has gone wrong in the summer. And this is the time for you to actually sit down and say that, hey, can I fix it? Can I fix those problems? This is the time when you have more breathing space. This is the time when you can implement a new system and a new process. So that's the reason we said that, hey, we build it during summer. We did not launch it, even though it was ready. We were testing it. We were sure we had gone live with the freemium. We said, no, we will wait for July when everybody has time to go through it and actually start using the freemium. That's the only reason why we decided to launch it now.
I see. Very good. So, we talked about, being free. Now, usually when things are free, that means, okay, you've talked about the features, but the question is, how do we get help? How do we give people, support for them? Because let's be clear, Pureblu is not something like using Instagram or Twitter. It's a business software. So there are some intricacies of using it. So how do we help the customers that are on the free version? What do we do? Do we give them the same level of support? Do they have access to videos? What do we do?
So it's like this. So it's a free version, right? So we also have to make sure we are cost light. We have very minimal expenses that runs to it. So if you're using a premium version, we have a support from a backend who would actually engage with you on a daily basis. They will do online video calls. So we don't have on-site support. That's not there in any version. We don't do this. It doesn't work that way. It is primarily completely a backend support. You can do video calls, you can do phone calls. But for the free version, what we have is you have a set of videos, all right, a YouTube videos. One is you have a full 30 minutes product presentation. You can share it with your team members. You can see it yourself, understand how it is used. Then of that 30 minutes, for each of the features, we have like a 2-minute, 3-minute video. So if there's a specific feature that you want to use, you can see that video, understand it, and use. So it's like a do it yourself kind of a thing. And I know this is a cultural shift that needs to be coming in the industry, because in our industry, we have DIFM, do it for me. That is how it's been, do it for me. Well, if you want it that way done, then you will have to move to the premium segment, and there we will help you and we will do a lot of hand holding. But if you want to do the free version, just do it yourself, and we've got enough support tools. And initially, if you want specific tools, we'll tell you how to get these on our YouTube. You're watching us on Pureblu YouTube channel. You can see that there is a section which talks about all the various videos which are there. Subscribe to this channel. Every time there is a new feature that comes, we make a video, we upload it, so you know exactly what are the new things that we have been building. And building and development is constant. So we keep adding a lot of features based on the learnings that we have with our customers.
Oh, that's great. And one of the things is we actually built Pureblu to be simple to use. So even the importing of the data and the usage of it is very, very easy. And of course, with the YouTube videos, I think, people will get, I would say 80 to 90% of their questions answered in those YouTube sessions and in the weekly sessions that we'll be doing. So that's good. We talked briefly about the free version, then we talked a little bit about the premium, then we talked about some other stuff. Can you kind of let us know what are the actual different tiers now of Pureblu? What are the different price points? What are the features you get in these different tiers?
Yeah, okay. So there are now 4 tiers. If you are interested, just drop a message to us. You can reach out to us on these numbers. I'll just put up those numbers, and you can just write to us. You can put up on this number. You can just send a WhatsApp message or send an email, and we'll send you that entire options. But here's what the options look like. So if you look at the options, we have 4 options. One is premium, freemium, premium plus, and partner. Now, what this means is in the freemium version is it gives you comparison. and it tells you who benefits out of this. So you have a business owner who will benefit, you have a coordinator who's the backend person, then you have a technician, and then you have a customer, which is the WhatsApp integration. So we take you through all the features that is there, and we tell you in which versions what are the options that is happening. So in the free versions, you will find that there is a limitation in what you can download, attachment of quotations. You can see, like for example, a preventive services list. It will generate a preventive services list, but you can see it on your screen, the list that is due, and you can start allocating it. But for some reason you want to download it, then you have to be on the premium version, and you can download it in Excel form. But if you're okay not to download it, use the free version, and make sure you get that. But all of these features you will find are there in the freemium version, and the freemium version without the WhatsApp. So if you look at it without the WhatsApp, we kind of free up to 2 technicians. Without the WhatsApp, it is at about 250 rupees per technician per month is what we are actually launching. But if you want the full version with WhatsApp integration, then you have up to 750 per technician. Reach out to us. We'll help you out with this whole thing in terms of the costing. And then the last one, of course, is the partner model. That is only applicable for Premium Plus. So based on the Premium Plus, and after you have used it and we're very sure that you have understood the process and you've integrated the process, then we bring you on board as a partner. Now, under partnership program, what you get is AMCs. All right. So the annual AMCs for large corporates that are signed up with us, we offload it to our partners. And there are quite a few partners who are already working with us. Now, please remember one thing. This is strictly through invitation. All right. So just because you're a Premium Plus partner doesn't mean you will come into the partner program. Because what we want is, we're not saying just because you pay up for Premium Plus, you can become a partner. No, that's not how it goes to work. If you are using the software to manage your customers very well, and if your customers are happy, then we are convinced that you will take care of our customers too. Only then you will get invited into the Partner Plus program. Otherwise, just use the software and manage your business and keep improving your services. And we have been very clear about it, that that's the roadmap, because we want to make sure the people who are there in the Partner Plus and the partner program are people who are good at their work, not out of their reputation in the market, but by actually doing this, using the process and making sure the customers are happy. So that's the large partnership partner program we have. And there is a option. These are the 4 different options. Give us a call, send us a message, and we'll be happy to give you further details around this.
That's great. So I want to just dig into that last one. You said the Partner Plus program where they can get, AMCs. How are you going to do it? Are you looking at the analytics in the back end? Is it going to take time? Is it something that you'll be joined and then within 1 or 2 weeks, you'll start getting leads? Or is it a more like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months sort of journey? And then how do you understand who's good and who's bad?
So we do not access their data or anything of that sort. That is not of our concern at all. But what we have is, we run analytics. See, first of all, we know how many technicians you have on the field. Correct?
Okay.
Second is, we know what is your turnaround times. How soon are you reaching out to the customers? And then are you logging in your complaints? Is the complaints getting logged in? Or is it all happening like, somebody is doing the job and then later on for record's sake, you're coming online. And you can understand by the time who's logging in, who are the people at the back end, how many of them follow the process correctly, check-ins are happening, the reports are being made. That is the main important thing for us. Are you following the process for your own customers? And then turn around. How many such repeat complaints are coming for your customers? So we have numbers. We only have numbers and analytics which tell us how good you are. And if you are good at that, those numbers are very good for us, then we are going to chase you to be a partner to us. And that's how it's going to be. So yeah, so we just want to make it very clear that you might be the biggest company who's using our platform on the Premium Plus. But if those analytics don't match what Pureblu quality or services come in, we'll have to give you some more time. And if it's not coming in, you can actually reach out to us, but we can have training programs. We'll have training programs for your team, your technicians, your back office, as to how to improvise and make sure your services is great. And it's effective, it's efficient, and your customers are happy. So that's another process. So we'll help you become a part, get into the partner program. That's how it is.
Okay. So I think this kind of flows into my next question, which is around digitization, who have benefited and who have not. So it sounds like, if you're in the premium partner program, a lot of it depends on you really using the digital tools available to you, not just Pureblu in general, but just other things, and just, I think you've done a lot of work with SMEs. So you can give us a little bit of, context on who benefits, who doesn't, and how's it been over the last 2, 3 years, since, work from home really kind of kicked off.
So, Manish, we have worked with so many partners across, so many dealers who are in the HVAC services across India, from different big towns, small town, and it has been a huge learning curve. And I'll tell you there's only one thing that helps in digitization in a small business. It all depends on the owner. See, the problem is most owners sign up for the software and then don't even look at it and expect their people to follow it. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that in a small business. The owner's engagement, it's treated like a new product. When a new product you add, do you think your people start selling it themselves? No, they don't. You have to start pushing it, show the examples, make a sale. And once you make a sale, then they say, this is the way to sell it. And then they learn and then they start increasing their numbers. So a lot of handholding is required. And the best way to do handholding is, every week to start with. Then slowly you can make it fortnightly and then monthly. Have a review meeting. A review meeting, when you do, you should use the dashboard. Don't just sit across and say that, acha, iska kya ho gaya, uska kya ho gaya. That's not how it works. Look at the dashboard of the Pureblu and tell them, why are these calls still not attended? Why is it still in pending for parts? Why is this still ongoing and this call is not closed? These are the valid questions that you need to ask. Hey, what is the status of this call? Why is the reason not updated? Did you send a quotation? Why is the quotation not uploaded here? The way you should look at it is, if the Pureblu needs to get implemented, I need to look at it and get all the information without even asking any of my people. If you can achieve that, trust me, you will be able to implement any process. And that's the big important thing we learned. Every company owner who has taken personal interest in actually reviewing it, and he's not gone with the process of implementing. He's saying that mujhe information chahiye. I want this information. I am going to review it myself. And only then your process gets implemented. And I think that's a very, very important feature, important thing as an owner you must realize if you want success of digitization, right? And before, now we just have about a few minutes. I guess we pretty much covered everything on the freemium version. Please do contact us. But, Manish, you have been leading the tech front at Pureblu. And I think it's important to share what are some of the things that we are really working on and which will become very exciting as you start using the Pureblu Premium.
Man, this is so unfair, Ajit. Before we started this call, you told me you'll have to speak for 10, 15 minutes about the technology because there's so much. I said, Ariad, even that 10, 15 minutes won't be enough time. And you've literally given me 90 seconds to talk about all the tech.
We'll go by another 5-10 minutes more, yeah. But just share it. I know we just together, but please go ahead and share it.
Yeah. So, the whole idea really is to get more people to start using it. And, when you hear terms like artificial intelligence, machine learning, all of that, AI, ML, really, those are buzzwords, but it really revolves around access to lots of data. So what ends up happening is if I have access to, let's say, just 100 pieces of data in an Excel sheet, I can kind of figure it out by looking at it. But when you have AI and ML involved, that means you're looking at millions of data points. And so we have many things coming up. So one of the things we talked about, the energy meter, we talked about the air quality meters. So actually something interesting we're looking at doing on the air quality side is we want to deploy hundreds of these sensors all over, India, and then start mapping, the air quality to certain areas, not only by pin code, but by like area and then by building. But that's only achievable by using, machine learning and AI to kind of figure out all that data, aggregating it. So we have a lot of stuff happening. Even if you're using the free version, you will start being able to benefit from it. A couple of the big ones are, geotagging of where your technicians are. So a typical thing is, if, let's look at a large business area, like let's say either Nariman Point or let's say BKC here in Bombay. If you've got a technician that is doing 10, 15 services, that would be a lot over, multiple days. But, if you're in a very concentrated location and we can figure out where the, let's say, 6 locations are, he can probably do all 6 of them in one day, because we can actually geotag them saying, for the next one day, you will be in Nariman Point or you will be in BKC. You can access these 6 locations and get them done. So that's coming down as well, geotagging. One of the big things that people are talking about is around ONDC, which is, think of it as, a marketplace. Think of it as UPI for marketplaces. So UPI is used by all the banks and everyone to transfer money, and it's just basically a protocol for one bank to talk to another bank. So I can send money to Ajit using UPI, and there's no fee, no nothing, and it's amazing. Same thing is happening on the services and product side for ONDC. So right now, when you go to Amazon, Amazon is a private entity. They have all the data. There's no way to work with Amazon, but they're opening it up. The government is saying everyone has to participate. So what will end up happening is you can go to, let's say, an Amazon or companies similar to that, and you'll be able to see all the services, all the products offered by everyone across the country. So you can almost say, you know what, I want to buy a specific Mitsubishi air conditioning unit, and instead of just going to Amazon and getting it from that one, Amazon, you'll actually get it from 30, 40 different sellers. And that's what we're trying to integrate with. So very soon, people will say, you know what, I need services or I need air conditioning services. Since you're using Pureblu, Pureblu will be plugged into the ONDC network. And so this way we have a great way for you if you're, let's say you've got 5 technicians, you don't have a tech team, you don't know how that all is going to work. By using Pureblu, you're already plugged into us, and then we plug into ONDC. So those are some of the really big things. If I have to highlight them, would be ONDC is probably the top. Number 2 is around artificial intelligence, machine learning around big data for energy meters and these air quality sensors. And we've got other IoT sensors we're looking at. And like I said, geotagging as well. So these are 3 of the things. But like I said, very unfair of you to only give me like literally 3 or 4 minutes to talk about, because there's so much more that we're actually looking at. We're thinking about, how can we, give access to, like you said, the owners need to be really engaged. So right now the owners get engagement through a couple different things, but I think a lot of them are saying, maybe we need an app just for the owners, so they can see things in real time. So that's also something we're looking at. We're trying to hear, from the owners, is that something they're interested in? Is that something that they think they could benefit from? So we got a lot of new things coming down the pipeline. I'd say our roadmap on the tech side is probably filled for the next 9 to 12 months for sure. And really 18 months out, I can already see more and more stuff happening. So that's a real brief snippet what's happening on the tech side. And this is probably the first time we've ever gone over our 30 minutes. And I'm going to blame you for that.
That's fine, man. But there's a lot of whole set of information that we've got. But that's a fact, guys.
Yeah.
Now, we're working on some very exciting things that, like how Manish was speaking about. Like, for example, he spoke about AI. I'll tell you how you were going to benefit from that. Imagine if you've got a contract and you're up for renewal. You are just renewing because it's a contract, right? What if the Pureblu platform can tell you that please renew this contract at a lower price because you will make more money, or please do not renew this contract because you will lose money? That's business information. Why wouldn't you want to do that? So, those are the kind of stuff that we want to really build and make sure the air conditioning business is effective, efficient, and profitable. And you can scale it up business. And that's the big motto that we have at Pureblu. So start using you got the numbers on the screen. Drop an email, call upon that number, and we'll help you start using the free version. And we're pretty excited and happy that we managed to launch the free version. And we want to make sure every air conditioning service provider in India should start their digitization process. And this is the best way to get going. So all the best, get going. We are ready to help you out. Right? So guys, thank you very much. And we'll come again next month with another interesting topic. Hopefully it's another big bang feature, but we'll keep you posted.
Definitely. Sounds good.
Right.
Great.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.